have three clear values that we also connect with our behaviors. The first one is the client in the center of everything we do. Second one is how we work as one team. And the third thing is thinking big, in the sense that we want to be pioneering the transformation in the industry.
Nuestro objetivo es que la gente quiera venir a trabajar con nosotros. ¿Cómo lo hacemos? Tenemos que rodearnos de la gente con mayor talento y además que esté súper motivada. No vale una de las dos, tenemos que conseguir las dos cosas.
What is also satisfying is how you can see the impact of your work. Every functionality, everything we put in the hands of the customer, very, very quickly, we see how our customers are adopting it, how they are using it, how we are helping them to solve their needs, and even how we have changed the standards in the market.
Mi principal misión es que todo fluya y todo sea fácil. Básicamente soy un facilitador de que consigamos los objetivos de negocio y podamos aportar ese valor diferencial a nuestros clientes.
This is CRNet TV. My name is Hendrik Deckers. I'm here today with Sofía Rodriguez-Sahagún, who is the head of digital transformation at BBVA here in Spain. Sofia has a degree in law and business administration from the University in Madrid. You have 30 years of experience in companies such as McKinsey, the other bank, ING, IKEA and Vodafone. And you've joined in 2015 as head of marketing and digital sales. And now for the last 2 years, you're head of the digital transformation, basically. And the transformation factory that has been put into place here has been working for the last 5 years on the new digital retail bank. And that has resulted in the remarkable fact that the banking app of BBVA was recognized by Forrester 3 years in a row as the best banking app in the world. Congratulations for that, Sofia.
Thank you very much, Hendrik.
So let's talk about the transformation process, the transformation factory. Where did it all start 5 years ago? What was the vision and where are we today?
Thank you very much, Hendrik. Yes, we are really proud of having been able to be 3 years in a row as the leading digital bank worldwide, especially this year in which we are also competing with neobanks.
Okay.
But yes, let's go backwards in time and when did it all started. And this was 10 years ago with a very clear vision in our top management of how financial institutions have to evolve to lead in this digital world. Of course, 10 years ago, that was quite
visionary.
Visionary, absolutely. And then 5 years ago, it was very much landed in the creation of this digital factory. I would like to highlight two things. The first thing is that this external transformation that everybody is seeing now, it's really the result of a very strong internal transformation of our culture, the way we work, how we move into much more of an agile kind of way of working, organization with teams that are created with people with different backgrounds and from different areas of the company, engineering, data, business, UX, all of us working together, working in planning times much more shorter so that we can really be able to deliver to our customers on a continuous basis.
So what you're saying is that if a company has to go through a digital transformation, it first has to go through a cultural change.
Absolutely.
It has to become an agile organization.
Yeah, at least you need to change the way you work, and or at least for BBVA that has been critical. And right now, all the people that you see here in this headquarters are working in Agile. So it all started with the factory, but now we have all moved to work in the same way. So first thing, internal transformation, internal way and changing the way we work, because that has allowed us to be much more productive, much more focused in our customer, which I think is the other element that I would like to highlight in this transformation. How we have put the customer so much at the center.
At the center of the business.
We have absolutely a dedicated team that looks into what the customer is asking us, and how do we organize that? First, we have a strong team that takes the feedback from the customer. This year, for example, or last year in the app, we got more than 2 million feedback from our customers, from our customers interacting in the digital channels. of course, that's really that's gold for us, because that we take that information and we use that information to improve the functionality, everything we are giving to the customer. But also not just the feedback, it's how we incorporate the customer in the design process, in the product cycle, in the product life cycle. How we use customers from the moment we are identifying needs in the design process, then after we have launched with this feedback, but we also have customers, we use customers to act as beta testers, so that they can provide us continuous ways of improvement, and we also work with employees to get this feedback so that we can improve. So for example, just before summer, we launched something that we saw that it was a need for our customers if we wanted them to better to have a better money management way of working. We had a lot of personal financial planning tools, a lot of functionalities there, but we saw that there was a need for our customers to automate certain things so that they could be much more relaxed and not to be all the time controlling, what is the balance of my account or whatever. So we work with customers. We had more than 1,900 customers interviewed, more than 1,900 customers to understand what were their needs when we were referring to financial management and control of their day-to-day finances. We created this Programa tu Cuenta, or Program Your Account, which is like rules that you can establish in order to have a better control of your account or to save with less effort. So for example, within those rules you have a way to round up every payment you do and save that little money into an account, or decide that you want to have always a certain balance in your account, and whatever the balance is below that amount, you want to transfer it. So we use customers to get this understanding. We produce this functionality. We launched this functionality with employees, which gave us some suggestions. We have launched it now to customers, and getting this feedback from customers, we see, okay, really great, but we want to introduce more of these rules. And there are 2 more rules that, for example, we are introducing right now. So having the customer being a critical partner in our product development process and functionality development process, and this way of working in an agile mode with people with different backgrounds, with backgrounds that we couldn't even imagine some years ago. No, we have mathematicians, we have UX people, we have engineers, we have data experts, we have security experts, of course business sense people, but having all these people and with this customer sense has also allowed us to have a systematic approach to things and to embed in our way of working this continuous improvement.
And so how did it start? There was the vision 10 years ago, and then there was the creation of the digital factory 5 years ago. But so how do you implement then this agile way? Because in theory it's simple. We need to be more agile, but how do you do this? So how do you change the culture in an organization that you put the customer first and in the center, and that you work in small increments and so on? Because that's not an easy thing.
No, but I think you do it by doing. And I think that for me the great thing in BBVA is that they take the decision to have one team move into that way of working. There was a clear vision. We saw that our customers were staying more and more in the mobile phones. They were going less and less to the branches, or they were going to the branches for other things than what they used to go. They wanted to have much more convenient relationship with us. They wanted to be able to do everything at any time from their phone. So we said, okay, we need to put the mobile as the center of the relationship with our customers, and let's have in that mobile the maximum functionality we can, so that our customers can do anything from the phone. And today we have 500 functionalities in our mobile phone, so our customers can do nearly everything they can do in a branch in a phone. But also we were very strong in managing personal relationship with our customers. Our financial managers are really solid, really good, and they provide good they accompany very well our customers and provide good advice. So we also thought, okay, in a world in which customers want to be able to do everything in the go, but also they want to have this personal relationship. How do we bring this personal financial manager into the app?
Yep.
So we also created the functionalities or the capacities to be able to connect our customers with their manager whenever they need it,
Yep.
probably for more kind of a specialized type of services,
Yep.
not for everything, because most of the things they can do that themselves.
Yep.
So there they have like a personal chat, a private chat that they can use with the managers. They can set an appointment ahead of time. It can be a phone appointment or a physical appointment. So they do have like a 360 kind of relationship with the bank. Very convenient for them, but at the same time very personalized for them.
And that's really what makes the difference today between BBVA and other banks, is that because you have a better app, which is more user-friendly, has more functionality, it allows you to keep your clients longer and to attract more new clients. Is that correct?
Well, what we see today is that yes, what we link this to the business or to the results, what we see is that, for example, last July we had 70 million visits to our Spanish BBVA app. We have already nearly 62% of our customers working with us or relating with us through the app. Nearly 50% of our sales are already done through digital channels, so that's sound figures. We also see that our customers stay more with us. They leave less the bank, they are happier with us, they are more satisfied with us, and yes, that proves that this decision, this vision, because I think it all started with the vision, but then you have to move this vision, and I think that creating these teams in which you don't really look to the background of the people, you work the silos. You have teams that work in an agile organization with a portfolio in programs that have clear KPIs, and these people work to deliver on what we want to achieve. No?
So multidisciplinary, diverse teams are an important ingredient of the success. Is that
Absolutely, and passionate teams, very passionate.
So let's talk a little bit about that, because agile way of working means that people get more freedom as well to make their own decisions, and you work with small groups together. But that also means that you have the opportunity to be more passionate about your work. Tell me about your passion. Why do you love this job? What gets you up in the morning? What is so fun about working here as head of digital at BBVA?
Well, first of all, I think this is a privilege. It's like a dream. I mean, being part of this transformation journey.
Yep.
I've worked in startups, and those are difficult. I think it's much more challenging to transform something that it already exists. Yeah. And I think that's the first thing. Or the first thing, the feeling that I'm part of a dream. I'm like dreaming. The most important thing, I think, is the people with whom we work. We are surrounded by really passionate people, very strong, very sound professionals, but at the same time, great people. People that really go the extra mile, that are always thinking how to have impact, that are really committed with their deliverables. This is kind of a situation in which you're working with planning periods that are really short. I mean, we are delivering every month, but every quarter we have commitments that we have to deliver on, and seeing how people are so committed to what they have promised and to deliver what they have promised. That's great. And also what is very also satisfying and is how you can see the impact of your work. I mean, it's great that every functionality, everything we put in the hands of the customer, very, very quickly we see how our customers are adopting it, how they are using it, how we are helping them to solve their needs, and even how we have changed the standards in the market, how we have created new functionalities, things that probably some years ago we couldn't think of offering now.
So let's talk about leadership, because if you do a big change like that, if you start working in a new way, an agile way, also means that you need a different leadership style. So how would you describe your leadership style and leadership style in general here in BBVA today compared to maybe 10 years ago or so?
I think people here are first very authentic. We all share a vision and a mission and we share values, and we work very much these values. Actually, last week we had our values day, and we talk about the importance of values. So I think there's a very authentic spirit here. I then think that when we are referring to how we change things, I think there's a vision of, maybe it's used a lot, but this kind of servant leadership. How our role is to make the teams simpler, easier their job. We are not here to tell the people what they have to do. Of course, we share a vision, we dedicate team time to align on what we want to achieve, but then it's very important that the teams have the tools and the possibilities and the empowerment and the backup, so that they can go the extra mile and they can go further.
So a servant leadership. So you did your values day. What was the outcome? What are today the most important values of BBVA? Which is that?
Well, we have 3 clear values that we also connect with our behaviors, and these 3 values are shared by all of us.
Yes.
The first one is the client in the center of everything we do, and their behaviors linked to that. Second one is how we work as one team. And regardless of where you are from, engineering or business or whatever, that's not relevant. And the third thing is thinking big, in the sense that we want to surprise our customers, we want to go the extra mile, we want to be able to go, to be pioneering the transformation in the industry.
Okay. And so you say it's one team, and everybody has the shared values and vision. So that also means that business and IT, business and digital people are working very close together.
Yeah, we are absolutely in the same teams.
Co-location as well, you're in the same...
Yeah, same location, and then we have like programs. In every program, imagine, I don't know, a program that is working with a mobile experience. How should be the mobile experience? In that team you have business people, user experience people, data people, because we want to personalize that experience even more. You have people from engineering, and when I talk to the people, I don't know if their background is engineering or is business, or whether they are hierarchically depending on the business side or on the engineering side. This is something strange, but it's like that. You see them as a whole team, regardless of what's their background, and there's no difference there.
That's quite impressive, how BBVA has been around for 160 years already, very old bank, traditional bank, and has changed so much. So how do you see the future of this? Where do you see the digital transformation here in the bank going?
Well, I first think we have to go in this direction of personalization. Today technology allows us to do greater things for our customers. In this vision, we want that, our dream would be that we could have like an app for each customer, so personalized that we would be able to have much more of a relational, to bring this conversation that we used to have with the customer to the app, and to be able to personalize much more, to really help our customers to make better decisions, better financial decisions, because that is also conditioning the opportunities they can leverage on in their lives. So it's very much also connected to our vision. But I think one strong direction is how can we personalize even more our app so it's more useful for our customers. And to do that, we have to leverage also in the new things that we are building. Like, for example, we just launched some months ago our artificial intelligence factory. So we need to work with them to see how we can use that intelligence at the service of our customers so that they can make better decisions. Of course, we also want to grow as an institution and to bring into our bank new customers, and therefore we need to be distinctive, differentiate ourselves, not just offer financial products, but cover those financial products with services that are very connected to those financial products, but offer them more. For example, 2 years ago we launched something that we call Valora. It's a service that allows our customers, when they are thinking of buying a home, to understand what is the price they should be paying for that home. Before, those customers would come to us the moment they needed a mortgage. Now we accompany them much earlier in the process. Why? Because for you it's critical to have a clear information and understanding of what should you be paying for a home. And that decision, if you afterwards buy it and ask for a mortgage, is going to condition your life a lot.
Yeah.
So why cannot we be with you earlier in the process? No.
Okay.
So that's that personalization, that leveraging on the artificial intelligence to provide that better personal and customer service. Also, how we keep our our experience. I mean, we are strong in creating relationship with our customers. So how we keep that connection, using also our personal managers, our branches, but with a different role to the role they used to have in the past.
Yep.
It's less about traditional servicing, the do-it-yourself. It's more about the added value that you are able to provide to your customers, no? Specialization that you and how you are able to give more to your customers.
Okay, and so do you see this also as an opportunity for the bank to become more like an ecosystem and offering services, broader services from partnerships? Is that on the roadmap as well?
Well, I think everybody has in their minds this idea of ecosystems, because customers live in ecosystems.
Yeah.
What that means is something we need to land, and the way we land it is working in continuous improvement. I mean, one thing brings you to the other. Still today we are more on this financial services part. We know our customers are in our space, but also outside our space. So we know we need to connect with the external space as well, and be able to offer these services outside of our app or outside of our web or outside of our branches. And this is something we will work more and more. So partnerships will come, but will come in the sense that we want to be where the customer is.
Sofia, tell me a little bit more about how you lead your digital transformation team, and how the IT is led in this team, and how does that work together?
Well, we are a portfolio, we are a team. I mean, the transformation is led by a team. So Rafa and myself, plus other people in the portfolio, we do that together. Okay. We know our goal, as I said before, is to really make the way simple for our teams. Try to simplify as much as we can the things that they need to do, take away obstacles. Of course, it's a question of a lot of generosity. Rafa is really generous and also complementing each other, bringing into the decision-making process the technical side of the question, and also the business side, and putting that together so that we make always the best decision. We do things together. We do work together all the time. I have to say I've learned a lot during these last 2 years, and I'm having a lot of fun, because I've really been out of my comfort zone, and I have a lot more to learn. Okay. But I have enjoyed it a lot as well.
And so with that, I would like to thank you very much for this part of the interview, and then we'll switch over to Rafael in a moment and look at the technical side of all this. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Hendrik.